Good afternoon, brethren. May I begin by welcoming you all to what should have been our annual meeting in London. But as you are all aware, this is not possible because of the present COVID-19 restrictions. Although it is definitely a different and unique occasion, I trust that you will all find it useful in keeping in touch during these difficult and taxing times, and also informative. My first sad duty is to report on the passing of a number of our senior members over the last year. Amongst them, there are many who have given exceptional service, all of whom will have been in the thoughts and prayers of many of us. The list is unfortunately quite long, 55 in all, so I will mention only a few. Right Worshipful Brother Arthur Craddock and Peter Glyn Williams, our past Grand Secretary, both of whom were past Deputy Grand Masters. Right Worshipful Brothers David Cordell, Derek Hugh, and Keith Roberts, all of whom have been District Grand Prefects. Right Worshipful Brothers Ron Champion and Colin Williams, past Grand Senior Wardens. Right Worshipful Brother Stephen Ayres, at one time our Grand Director of Ceremonies, and also the President of the Executive Committee. Robert Nall and Kenneth Thompson, all of whom were past Grand Junior Wardens. And Very Worshipful Brother Alan Shearer, Deputy District Grand Prefect for the East Midlands. Our year has been, as you would have expected, different, with only one new prefect installed in person. This being at Bury St Edmunds on the 26th of October, when we installed Right Worshipful Brother Geoffrey Keir as District Grand Prefect for East Anglia, in succession to Right Worshipful Brother Tom Auber, who retired after many years of devoted service to our order. The only occasion that I have attended a meeting this year was to Northumberland and Durham, when at the district meeting a cheque for £1,500 was presented to the Tynemouth lifeboats. This money had been raised by the combined efforts of the Royal and Select Masters and the Allied Degrees. It was thankfully received, and no doubt will be put to very good use. On the 21st of March, we should have gone to Brighton to install Right Worshipful Brother Jean Erland as the District Grand Prefect for Sussex, in succession to Right Worshipful Brother Roger Richardson, who had retired after many profitable years and has now been installed as the new Provincial Grand Master for the Mark Province of Sussex. We wish him well in his new appointment. In consequence of the death on the 30th of January of Right Worshipful Brother David Cordell, the installation of the new District Grand Prefect for Yorkshire was postponed until the 2nd of May, when we should have installed as his successor Right Worshipful Brother Graham Bailey. The same situation has also happened in Devon and Cornwall, where Right Worshipful Brother Tony Vickery retired, and we were due to install as his successor Right Worshipful Brother Barry Slade on the 25th of July. All these former District Grand Prefects have given long and rewarding service to our order, for which we are all most grateful. At this stage in our proceedings, after the usual business items, I hopefully would have been re-elected as your Grand Master, thanked my deputy and reappointed him for another year. Brethren, the inactive active officers of the year have not had a great deal to do over the last 12 months, having only one official engagement on the 26th of October. I have therefore decided, with advice, to reappoint the majority of the team for what I hope will be a rather more active year. The minor alterations which I have made are as follows. The new Assistant Grand Director of Ceremonies will be Worshipful Brother Mark Ganaway. The new Assistant Grand Chaplain, Worshipful Brother the Reverend Justin Parker, the new Deputy Grand Organist, Worshipful Brother Nicholas Page, and Worshipful Brother Alan Beckerton as the Grand Junior Deacon. Because our Grand Stewards are nominated in rotation, I've continued with this custom. The new stewards, therefore, are for Cheshire and North Wales, Worshipful Brother John Aslett, Stephen Bell for Severn, Leslie Darby for the East Midlands, Simon Gillis for Thames Valley, Frank Hatton, Cumberland and Westmoreland, and William Malcolm for Northumberland and Durham. I wish to place on record my personal thanks and also that of the Order for all the devoted service which the 4 retiring officers have rendered to the Order over many years. Today is a day of celebration for us all, but especially for those of you who have been honoured by promotion in or first appointment to Grand Rank. Either way, brethren, your new rank will have been well and deserved. Please enjoy it to the full. Brethren, I do hope that you have all found this exercise profitable and useful. Over the last few difficult months, we are lucky in this order, and in fact all the orders administered from number 86 St. James, that we have always been kept up to date with the necessary information explaining how we are to continue with our Masonry. I appreciate that occasionally these have had to be modified due to government directives, but these are out of our hands. Therefore, on behalf of us all, I wish to thank the Grand Secretary, the Assistant Grand Secretary, and all their teams for battling on against very difficult odds, even when they have had to continue work from the comfort of their own homes. I would also like to thank the Grand Director of Ceremonies for the work which he has had to do in relation to changes to our ritual to make it COVID compliant. Under normal circumstances, before we depart, I would ask the Grand Secretary if there is anything further to report. He replies, no. And so off we go to refreshment. Occasionally there is an extra item, and today is no exception. But I am unable to shake the hand of the recipient and thank him for his services over many years. However, as from today, I have great pleasure in promoting our Grand Director of Ceremonies to the rank of past Grand Junior Warden, along with my personal thanks for looking after me so well. Not a very easy task, brethren. Brethren, we must all look on the bright side of life. Freemasonry has had its ups and downs in the past, but it has always pulled through and will, I am sure, do so again. I know that you're all looking forward to being able to meet again and renew our friendships face to face. In the meantime, brethren, we must remember to consider the health and personal circumstances of us all. Brethren, may the great Disposer of all keep you safe and well, and God bless you all.